It's a being. It's a part of you. It's like we talked about entrepreneurs, on a show. There's a lot of people that are in this business that are not driven, and it shows because they don't get as far as they could. So.
Right. But also maybe they don't have the help, and maybe they meet someone who, again, takes advantage of them, and they don't know who to turn to, and nobody wants to help them, to get further on. So that's what I mean. If you get to the right people in the beginning, that's always better, because those are the people that will tell you what you need to know. Do this, don't do that. They will mentor you, they will give you good business advice and so on, so that you do start to do the things that you need to do to make your career go where you want it to go, and you get less hiccups along the way, because you're dealing with the proper, business-minded people, and you have the right contacts to help you.
It's not easy to get plugged into the correct contacts.
No, definitely
okay.
not.
I mean, you and I joke all the time about the fact that I have someone that I worked with well before I worked with you, and tried to get them to do a show, and they just couldn't wrap their head around putting it together. And you will always have more shows than that person has, because you now understand that, hey, I kind of like doing this, and this is my pattern, this is my system. But it's just something that you learn to do. You're driven to do it, so you do it. But there are artists, there are people who are given the opportunity to interact with people like Clizark, and they don't do it. He gave out his contact information, Avani.
I know. I mean, come on, people. If you were not writing that down with the mindset to contacting him and asking him for his help, then I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I hope you guys are taking on board what he had to say. That is knowledge. He dropped knowledge, and he was sharing wisdom. He has been in the industry for a long time. He knows what he's talking about, people. So those are the type of people that you want to get plugged into.
And that's
it. There's nothing else really I can say. I mean, I personally I like to do my research. I like to do my homework. I definitely like to find out, about who's out there, and the real workers, movers and shakers in the music industry. Those are the people that I love to speak to. And they are so candid, and they speak to me. They give me the opportunity to ask them questions about their career and the things that they've done. And the fact that they are so open, again, I will say I am so blessed and humbled that they agree to speak to me, and they agree to tell me the things that they tell me, because then we can share it with you guys out there worldwide. The internet has opened things up so that wherever you may be around the world, you can contact people like Keith Clizark directly.
Hey,
I mean, it doesn't get better than that, does it?
It is up to you. Avani has brought you to the water. Now it's up to you if you're going to drink, people. So.
Well, I have to say, for me, I mean, in you giving me the opportunity to put this show together, and I have created sort of processes for myself in putting my shows together, whether it be interviews or whether it be show topics. I've gone through different processes and said, yeah, that works for me, and that doesn't work, and I'm going to do it like this, and I'm going to change it, and I'm going to do that. And again, I must stress this. I am in the UK. I am the UK Soul Queen Diva. And K Rose is in Dallas, Texas, people. So we are not even in the same country, much less on the same continent. Different time zones, people. Okay? And we managed to work through technology.
Quite well.
Exactly. Extremely well. So, I don't know. You got no excuses. If this is what you say you want to do, he is yet another fantastic contact that you need to get into contact with and see if he can help you. He does distribution on a grand scale too. He is one of the men I think you will really enjoy speaking with and having him in your corner if he can help you, so you know what to do, people. He gave out his email. Wow. I don't know what else to say, K-Rose. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed speaking with him. It was a great pleasure for me. And I know that you guys out there, I'm sure, have enjoyed hearing what he had to say. But it's amazing how people just, sometimes they miss a chance, especially when it's given to them so easily now these days, kind of thing.
And you're providing a great service to those people who are willing to take advantage of it. And so I don't feel bad if someone doesn't take advantage of it, because you're giving them that opportunity. What bothers me is when people want you to then go even further. Hey, I want you to call Clizark, and here's my music. Send it to him. That's not your job. That's not my job. Our job is to give them the opportunity, and it's up to them if they are truly going to take advantage of it. So I'm saying that to those people listening to the podcast of the show, those listening live to the show. We're doing what we can do for you. Now, don't ask us to carry you across the finish line, okay? We're not doing that.
Well, no, we've talked about these, Kairos. No, there's only so far you can, take someone to the edge. They have got to be the one to leap. As Steve Harvey says, sometimes you just got to jump. You just got to do it and have the faith in yourself that, yes, when you jump, you will fall onto a nice surface from where you can just keep moving. You may get a little, a bit bumped and scraped along the way, but hey, that's life. Nothing is absolutely plain, smooth sailing all the time, is it?
No, it's not. And if you're afraid to jump, you're never going to get to where you need to be. And another thing he mentioned was he is not trying to make you an artist, okay? You have to be ready. You have to be seasoned. You have to be prepared. He is not doing A&R, people. You need to understand that.
He is an artist consultant, just so we can say that. Artist consultant, and he can help you, and he can probably point you in the right direction, and he's got fantastic contacts, so he's a great person to get in contact with. And just in case you didn't catch his email, I will say it again, clizark1@gmail.com. That is clizark1@gmail.com, so you can send all your inquiries to him there, and hopefully he will be able to assist you further.
Hey, we did what we could do.
Oh, yes. People, it's been fantastic. I have thoroughly enjoyed speaking to my guests. And I know I've had some fantastic guests here on the Ask Avani Show, and I'm just looking forward to having a whole lot more. Isn't that right, Kairos?
Hey, I have, when you are interviewing one of the major political people in the world, I will not be shocked. Because I know you're out there looking for the interview. You're out there like one of those news reporters that was like sniffing out a story.
I have to stress this. I want people to know this. I am not a journalist, okay? I am definitely not paparazzi. I'm not trying to get the dirt on people. I love speaking to people. And obviously, being an artist myself, I just gravitated more towards the music industry and the contacts and the people that I could speak to there. But I want to have guests across all genres, talking about all sorts of things. And I hope I'm starting to, manage that for the different types of guests that I've had so far. Just people who I think are really interesting, who I know that my listeners would love to hear about and hear what they have to say, right?
Right. I agree with you. Like I said, I am going to give you your roses while you can still smell them. You're doing a great job.
Thank you so much. I shall take them and accept them graciously. People, if you missed this interview, where were you? But it's okay, because it's going to be replayed again tonight, Saturday night, 9 p.m. UK GMT. And my time has run out on me here on the Ask Avani Show, hasn't it, Kairos? Yet again.
I'm trying to give you more time. They're just pressuring me. It's this darn general manager of Get Global. I'll have to talk to him. Okay.
We'll see what happens, people. I don't know, man. It's been real. I've definitely enjoyed it. Everybody who's been listening in and telling us what you think and sending in your tweets, and I am loving the love that I'm getting on social media, because everybody's really, tuning in and really taking advantage of me saying that I'm having all these special guests on the show, and they're really excited and really happy to hear about them and when they're coming on. And it's been fantastic, Kairos. I really am enjoying myself, I have to say. I just want to take the time out to say a huge thank you to everyone who has taken the time to tune in and listen yet again. It's been fantastic. I mean, if you don't know how to get in contact with me here on the Ask Avani Show, here goes. Twitter, at Ask Avani Show. You can join the Ask Avani Show Facebook group page. Come and find me again on LinkedIn, people. I am there, Avani, singer, songwriter. As I like to say, I am loving the love. Wow, I have been getting so many new contacts yet again this week, heroes. It's brilliant. Come and find me on Instagram at UK Soul Queen Diva. I am live and in effect. You can listen to the Ask Avani Show podcasts on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn and Spreaker. I must take the time once again to say a huge thank you to K Rose, as per usual.
Thank you, Avani.
Oh, yes, it's been real, people. This is your UK Soul Queen Diva signing off, signing out. We're going to be on a radio again near you very soon with more special guests and more show topics. So stay tuned. Keep it locked. This has been the Ask Avani Show. I am signing out. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Collabo, Born Entertainment, B.O. Records, Nocturnal 7. Here we go. No money from the boogie down the legend. This is how it go down. Oh.
You have been listening to the Get Global Network podcast of the Ask Avani Show. You can hear the show live on Saturdays at 3 p.m. in London, 9 a.m. Central Time in the U.S. on sometro-radio, one of the original member stations of the Get Global Network. Listen to the show on the go or hear replays of previous shows by installing any of the Get Global Network apps, like SoMetro Magazine for your cell phone. The apps are available for download on both Google Play and iTunes App Store. Take the time to subscribe to our podcast via iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, or the Spreaker podcast networks.